All right, love is in the air, folks. Get ready, because we're going deep into Valentine's Week.
Valentine's Week.
Exactly. You probably know February 14th, Valentine's Day, but get this. It's actually a whole week of traditions.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
So we're going to uncover how Valentine's Week has evolved, find some really unique customs from around the world, and we'll even take a look at how they celebrate in Switzerland.
Sounds fascinating.
It really is. So Valentine's Week kicks off, would you believe it, on February 7th. And it starts with Rose Day.
Rose Day. Makes sense.
Yes, right. Each day leading up to Valentine's Day has a different theme.
Interesting. It's kind of like, have you ever seen those advent calendars? It's like that, but for love.
Haha, I love that analogy.
So we've got, well, there's Propose Day and Chocolate Day, Teddy Day even.
Promise Day. There's a Hug Day.
Wow. Why do you think these themed days have become so popular? It seems like it's a pretty recent thing.
Well, I think social media has a lot to do with it. Like, it gives people a sort of structure to celebrate, you know?
Yeah, a shared experience, something they can easily join in on and share online.
Totally. It's like a worldwide love-themed flash mob, almost. But the ways people actually celebrate Valentine's Day, I mean, they are very different around the world. Our research mentions some interesting traditions from Japan.
Oh, yeah. In Japan, get this. The women, traditionally, are the ones who give chocolates on Valentine's Day.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's true. Two men. But it doesn't stop there. A month later, on White Day, the men give gifts back.
Hold on. Wait a minute. So Valentine's Day is just the first half of the celebration in Japan?
Uh-huh, basically.
I'm so curious now. Where did this White Day thing even come from?
Well, it popped up in the 1980s,
Yeah.
and it was a way for, well, shall we say, the confectionery industry to encourage, a second wave of gift giving.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, pretty clever, right? But it actually became part of Japanese culture really quickly, and now it represents this really beautiful concept of giving back affection.
Wow, so it started as like a marketing ploy, and it turned into something much deeper. That's fascinating. Speaking of these unique celebrations, our research also mentions some Valentine's traditions from Switzerland, romantic ones.
Oh, yeah. Switzerland, I mean, those breathtaking Alps, those luxurious spas,
Mhm.
they have a very different kind of Valentine's Day experience.
I can only imagine.
Picture this, a gondola ride through, the snow-capped mountains with your sweetheart, then, a relaxing spa retreat after.
Oh, that does sound incredibly romantic. It's so different from what we think of as a typical Valentine's Day. Do you think, do these traditions reflect something about Swiss culture?
I think so, yeah. Switzerland's natural beauty,
Hmm.
it definitely plays a big part in shaping these traditions.
Right.
I think they really value nature and tranquility. They value experiences that make you feel connected.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like they appreciate those simple pleasures, but together.
You know, it's amazing, though, how a celebration all about love can look so different in different parts of the world. But even with all these unique traditions, some things seem to stay the same. Yeah, like flowers, chocolates, as a romantic dinner. Those are Valentine's Day classics.
You're right, and there's a reason for that. They tap
Yeah.
into those universal symbols of romance and affection that, they resonate across all cultures.
It's like a universal love language, almost, even if the accent is a bit different depending on where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And even today, in our digital world, there's still something so special about a handwritten love letter.
Oh, absolutely. In a world of quick texts and emails,
Mm-hmm.
a handwritten letter, that's different. It's
Mm.
something tangible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real expression of, someone's thoughts and feelings, something you can keep and hold on to.
Yeah,
It takes time and effort to sit down and actually write something out.
it does.
And that effort, it means a lot.
I love that idea of, a love letter being like a physical expression of love. And speaking of physical expressions, our research also looked into some of the popular gift trends for Valentine's Day this year.
Oh, yeah.
Anything stand out to you?
Well, it seems like personalized gifts and experiences are becoming more and more popular.
Yeah.
Like people are moving away from just generic presents.
Right.
They want something with sentimental value.
Yeah.
So things like handmade gifts, memory scrapbooks, or personalized jewelry. It's like they're saying, hey, I put thought into this because you're special to me.
It's like shifting from what can I buy you to what can we do together?
Yeah, exactly.
We saw a lot about, couples taking cooking classes together or going on these surprise road trips, even couples therapy workshops.
Wow.
It's almost like Valentine's Day is becoming less about, stuff and more about actually strengthening the connection.
That's a really good point. It seems like more and more couples are looking for these shared adventures,
Hmm.
ways to make lasting memories together.
Right.
And it's about investing in the relationship itself, not just exchanging presents.
Exactly. And, that investment, it doesn't have to be some big grand gesture. Sometimes the simplest things can mean the most.
That's so true. A heartfelt compliment,
Yeah.
a warm hug,
Yeah.
actually listening to your partner and like really listening.
Mm.
Those little everyday
Yeah.
things. I mean, they can mean so much. They show your partner that you see them, that you value them, and that you're present with them.
It's those small things that we do consistently that really build a strong foundation for any relationship. But sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the day to day, We forget to slow down and really appreciate those little moments.
Oh, I know. It's so true. It's so easy to get caught up in our to-do lists
Mm.
and forget to nurture those connections with the people we love.
Yeah.
That's why I think Valentine's Week can be a good reminder.
Hmm.
It's a reminder to pause and think about what really matters
Hmm.
and to show our love and appreciation for the important people in our lives.
Yeah, it's like a chance to reset and remember that love isn't just a one-day thing. It's something we work on and celebrate all year round.
And, the ways we show love, they're really influenced by our culture, by our personal experiences and our own values. So as we're in the middle of this Valentine's Week,
Mm-hmm.
think about what traditions really speak to you. How do you like to show love? What's your way?
We've seen how Valentine's Week is celebrated all over the globe. I mean, from, those streets in India covered in roses to the chocolate on White Day in Japan.
Right?
We even looked at those peaceful spa retreats in the Swiss Alps.
It really is
Mhm.
amazing. One holiday can look so different depending on where you are in the world. But I think what really stands out to me is that no matter how different the cultures are,
Mm,
the feeling behind it is the same, right?
yeah,
That desire to show your love and appreciation for the people you care about.
exactly. And like we've seen, you can show it in so many different ways, from big gestures to just small acts of kindness.
Yeah.
It's about, finding what feels right for you and for your relationship. We've covered a lot in this deep dive. I mean, from the history of Valentine's Day all the way to these theme days and how people are changing up their celebrations. If we had to pick one thing for our listeners to take away from all this, what would it be?
Hmm. I think it would be this. Valentine's Day, it's not just about February 14th, you
Okay.
know. It's about remembering to focus on love and connection all year round.
I love that. It's not just marking a date on the calendar. It's about, really putting in the effort to nurture those relationships that bring us joy.
Exactly. And like we talked about, it doesn't have to be something big and fancy.
Right.
Sometimes the best ways to show love are the simplest ones. Just listening to someone, giving a helping hand,
Yeah.
even just a heartfelt note.
Yeah.
Those things can mean the world.
So this week, as you're going about your day, think about those little acts of love that you can sprinkle into your life.
Mm.
Maybe it's sending a nice text, sharing a memory, even just taking the time to truly listen to someone you love.
Because at the end of the day, the celebrations that mean the most come from the heart,
Right.
not from a store-bought card or some expensive dinner.
So well said. So, to all our listeners out there, as you celebrate love this Valentine's week, remember that what really makes this holiday special is the connections we make
Ah,
and the effort we put into making those bonds stronger, day after day, year after year.
and who knows, maybe someday we'll be talking about your love story as part of this ever-changing world of Valentine's traditions.